Crazytown, G, and then Josh Hammer's opinion piece entitled Resign, Joe. So let's first show you why you should follow that advice, and then I'll tell you what that advice is. Crazytown, Biden visits the Jerusalem Hospital Network for Palestinians. Roll that.
My name is Joe Biden. I am Joe Biden's husband. And
this line.
Before I begin,
that joke never gets old.
I'd like to say that the old expression, hope springs eternal.
Oh, yeah, that one.
My background and the background of my family is Irish American.
Oh, so he did this right off the jump.
And we have a long history. My colleagues, when I was a U.S. Senator, used to always joke with me that I was always quoting Irish poets when I was on the floor of the Senate.
Here we go.
And they thought I did it because I'm Irish. I did it because they're the best poets in the world. And there's a great poem from the Curate Troy, a paragraph. It goes like this. And it's classically Irish, but it also could fit Palestinians. It says, history teaches us
they're interchangeable,
not to hope on this side of the grave, but then, once in a lifetime, that longed-for tidal wave of justice rises up, and hope and history rhyme. It is my prayer that we're reaching one of those moments where hope and history rhyme. Are there any nurses in the room?
Now he's doing crowd work.
If not, I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Was making a speech, and I had a terrible headache. Excuse me, a terrible headache. And
they should just admit him to the hospital at this point.
Sorry.
He's already there.
I had a terrible headache, and I did a very stupid thing. I got on an aircraft, and I flew home. Turned out I had 2 cranial aneurysms. Then I had the second operation. They found an aneurysm on the other side of my brain. I joked the reason they went in twice to take the top of my head off was they couldn't find a brain the first time. You lie in the ICU, and I've not said this publicly before, and you look at the monitors, and you know if the line goes flat, you're dead. You don't know what each monitor is, but you know. And I really mean it, Bishop. It's true.
What? Why?
You just get tired.
Why this story?
Even when you're not in pain, you just want to quit. And the nurses at Walter Reed Hospital would come up, and they'd rub my face. They'd whisper in my ear. They'd get close and tell me it's going to be okay. The United States, through the Agency for International Development, has been proud to support this network of hospitals. As part of our commitment to support health and dignity to the Palestinian people. Maybe the most overused phrase, word in the English language for the Irish is dignity.
Oh, here we go.
My dad used to say everyone, no matter what their circumstance, is entitled to be treated with dignity. Dignity. Palestinians and Israelis deserve equal measure of freedom, security, prosperity, and dignity. It is essential to living a life of dignity. When I was vice president, I asked the president, then Barack Obama.
Oh, we got the name.
I asked him whether or not I could start what we called a cancer moonshot. Because there's so much we're just on the edge of being able to discern. And we started this cancer moonshot.
That's how we all feel.
Billions of dollars.
I just need a shot
at home.
Of something.
I set up a provision where, like within the Defense Department, there's a special office. In the Defense Department has nothing but looking at breaking technologies, whether it's just across the board. That's where the internet came from. The United States will continue to work with the Palestinian leadership,
You didn't know
with
that?
the government of Israel, and with
Okay, from
all
Al
our
Gore.
international partners
That's
to ensure the East Jerusalem's hospital network retains sustainable, remains available. I could say much more, but if my mother were here, she'd
geez,
look at me and say,
no.
Joey, hush up. You've spoken too long. But I want to thank you again for welcoming me today. May God bless you all, and I'm finished.
Where do I go? Look.
wow. 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 Wowie, wow, wow. Wow. Oh, man.
It is difficult, perhaps impossible, to describe just how bad President Joe Biden is at his job. Comparisons to Jimmy Carter are pervasive, but trite, and too flattering to Jimmy Carter. Perhaps a more apt analogy, given how civic strife has reached a fever pitch, is to James Buchanan, historians' typical consensus pick for the worst president ever. Indeed, to fully capture the absolute horror that is this senile presidential swan song would be a Herculean task. Better suited for a David McCullough-style biography than a column. But for present purposes, and despite the difficulty of narrowing down from such a vast sample size, consider a few examples from recent months. And then he goes through a lot of what we've seen him do, from his speech in Warsaw. Biden veered off script and announced that Russian Vladimir Putin could not remain in power. In May, for the third time in under a year, the White House similarly had to walk back Biden's claim about the U.S. willingness to go to war to defend Taiwan. This week, Biden touched down in Israel for the Middle East trip of his presidency. Upon landing, he stepped off the Air Force One and said, "What am I doing now?"